Ah, the audience of my beautiful, yet cruel world. How easily they forget, how quickly they turn their back on you, how effortlessly they plot against you, as though they were invincible and you were nothing but a fragile pawn in their game. They conspire in the shadows, whisper behind closed doors, and smile in your face as they prepare to strike their venomous blow. You see, the thing about these plots is they rarely account for the spirit of the human soul, the fire that burns within you, a fire that refuses to be snuffed out by the dark hands of the wicked. No matter how carefully they lay their plans, no matter how grand their schemes may seem, they always fail to recognize one crucial thing: the unwavering power of your resolve, your strength, and your ability to rise from the ashes. They thought they had you cornered, didn't they? Thought they had you weak, vulnerable, and beneath them. They saw you struggling, they saw you faltering, and in their arrogance, they believed that was all there was to you. But they made one fatal mistake. They underestimated you. They misjudged the depth of your resilience, the will that resides within you, that no amount of betrayal can crush. They failed to realize that every plot, every lie, every treacherous move they made would only build the fire within you. They may have struck you down for a moment, but they forgot the laws of nature. You are not the kind of person who stays down. Every attack they launched against you, every scheme they thought would break you, only added fuel to the fire. They wanted to see you fall. They wanted to see you crumble, to see you disappear into the darkness. But they couldn't see the truth. Their efforts only brought you closer to your true power. They could not kill the warrior that lives inside of you. And now, as the smoke clears and the dust settles, it is they who will be left to witness the consequence of their actions. You have turned the tables. Think about it for a moment. Picture how it feels to have been betrayed, to have been the subject of a conspiracy, to feel the weight of their glares, their whispers, their manipulation. In the beginning, it felt unbearable, didn't it? The world seemed as though it was closing in on you. The walls felt like they were crashing down with every passing day, and your breath grew shallow as the weight of their deception pressed harder upon your chest. But now, you stand taller than you ever have before. The very plots they thought would shatter you have instead forged you into a stronger version of yourself. Every effort to break you has merely sculpted you into something more powerful, something more dangerous than they could have ever imagined. They tried to destroy you by twisting your reality, by making you doubt yourself, by shaking your confidence. They wanted you to question your worth, to crumble under the pressure of their lies and manipulation. They wanted you to feel small and insignificant in the face of their power. But what they failed to recognize is that you are not a victim. You never were. You have never been weak. The very things they thought would break you have instead been the catalysts for your growth. The weight of their schemes, the betrayal they laid upon your shoulders, has been the hammer that forged the unbreakable steel of your character. Now the tables have turned, haven't they? They are the ones who must face the consequences of their actions. They are the ones who must reckon with the truth they tried so hard to bury. You are not the one on the defensive anymore. They are. You have turned the very darkness they tried to surround you with into a weapon. You have taken the fire they sought to extinguish and used it to light your way forward. They thought they could control you, manipulate you, and destroy you. But they were wrong. You have taken control of your own destiny. Think of how far you've come. The path you once walked was shrouded in darkness, filled with doubt and pain. But now, that same path stretches out before you, illuminated by the fire of your will. Every step you take is a reminder of how far you've risen. And the best part? You did it all without their help. You did it without the support of those who pretended to be your allies, without the encouragement of those who smiled in your face but whispered lies behind your back. You did it on your own, and that, my friend, is the most beautiful victory of all. You know, there are those who would say that life isn't about vengeance, that it's about forgiveness, about letting go of the past and moving forward with grace. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. But what happens when those who plot against you never stop? What happens when they continue their campaign of destruction, relentlessly pushing you toward your breaking point? What happens when forgiveness is met with nothing but more treachery? At some point, you realize that you cannot be the better person when the people you face have no interest in being better themselves. There comes a time when survival is not just about standing tall. It's about taking back what was stolen, reclaiming your power, and rising from the ashes with more strength than you ever had before. They wanted to see you fall, but instead they have been forced to witness your rise, and that rise is unstoppable. They've made their moves, but you've made yours, and now they can't even begin to fathom what's coming next. The game is no longer in their favor. The tables have turned in a way they never saw coming. You have become the master of your own fate, and they have become nothing more than the pawns in your game. What does it feel like to be the one who takes control? To go from being a victim of their schemes to the one who calls the shots? It feels like power. It feels like justice. It feels like the sweet taste of triumph after a long, hard battle. You are not the same person you were when they first plotted against you. You've grown stronger. You've become wiser. You've become a force to be reckoned with. And now, when they look at you, all they see is the warrior who turned their plots into nothing more than dust. This is your victory, your story of triumph, your testament to resilience and strength. The world may have tried to break you, but in the end, it is you who has triumphed. They plotted against you, and you turned the tables. So let them come. Let them try again. You are no longer the same person they once knew. You are more than what they could have ever imagined. You are a force of nature, a whirlwind that cannot be contained, a warrior who rises every time they fall. Let them plot. Let them scheme. It will be their undoing, for you have already won. The victory is yours, not because of the external circumstances, but because of the transformation that has taken place within you. They set out to destroy you, to push you to the brink, but what they failed to recognize was the essence of who you are, the unyielding force that resides in your core. They thought they could break you, bring you to your knees, but instead, they awakened something in you, something far more powerful than anything they could have ever imagined. What they intended to be your downfall has become your rebirth. And in that rebirth, you have emerged stronger, sharper, and more focused than ever before. The tables have turned, yes, but the victory is yours in every way. When the storm began, it was not your choice. They made their move first. They whispered their lies, planned their betrayals, and built their schemes around your weaknesses, real or perceived. At first, you didn't know what to do. You didn't know how to respond. You didn't know if you could survive the onslaught of their treachery. But as time passed, you learned. You grew. Every single attack, every plot that was designed to break you, only made you tougher. The blows they thought would crush you only served to strengthen your resolve. And now, you stand taller than ever, your spirit unbroken, your will unshaken. They believed they could control you, manipulate your every move, push you into a corner where you would lose all hope. What they failed to see is that even in the darkest of corners, you find a way to survive. And more importantly, you find a way to thrive. You have become a master of resilience. Your enemies thought you were weak when you stumbled, but what they didn't realize was that stumbling is not the same as falling. When you stumbled, you learned. You adapted, you became better. You were never truly falling, you were always rising. And now that you are standing taller than ever before, they are left in shock, unable to comprehend the depths of your strength. You see, there is a power that comes with surviving the unthinkable, with facing the darkness head on and emerging from it stronger than before. And that power, it is yours. Think about the battles you've fought, the ones no one else knew about. Think about the moments of doubt, the days when you questioned whether you could make it. They thought you were defeated when you were silent, when you withdrew into yourself, when you questioned your path. But what they failed to realize is that silence does not mean surrender. Silence is where strength is forged. Silence is where you find the truth within yourself, the truth that no amount of external noise can drown out. You took that silence, that time to reflect, to heal, to prepare, and now you are a force that cannot be ignored. You have mastered the art of rising from the ashes, and that is a power few will ever understand. They thought they could bury you, silence you, erase you, but in doing so, they only gave you the space to rebuild. And when you rebuilt, you didn't just put the pieces back together. You made something stronger. You made something indestructible. Your spirit has been tempered by the fires they set, and now you are an unbreakable force that they will never be able to defeat. Your resilience is your greatest weapon, and it's one that no one can ever take from you. They thought they could outsmart you. They thought they could outplay you. But what they didn't understand is that you are not the same as they are. You don't play their games. You make your own rules. And when they thought they had you backed into a corner, you did what they never expected. You turned the tables. You made the game your own. And now they are left trying to figure out how to keep up with you. It's amazing, isn't it? The way life has a way of throwing its worst at you, only to see if you have the strength to push back. And for those who haven't been tested, for those who haven't been pushed to their limits, it may seem like an impossible task. But for you, it was always inevitable. You are the kind of person who, when faced with adversity, does not crumble. You rise, you fight, you conquer. And now that you've won, you can look back at those who tried to break you with nothing but gratitude. They gave you the push you needed to become who you are today. Without them, you wouldn't be standing here now, stronger, more determined, and more prepared for whatever comes next. This is where the real victory lies, in the transformation, in the realization that the external world cannot define you, cannot dictate your worth. You define your own value, you determine your own path, and every plot, every attempt to destroy you only adds to the story of your success. They thought they could shatter your spirit, but they couldn't. They thought they could break your heart, but they didn't. They thought they could reduce you to nothing, but instead, you became everything. Do you feel that? The power that surges through your veins, the strength that you found deep within yourself. That is the product of all you've endured, all you've survived. That power is yours, and no one can take it from you. They plotted against you because they saw you as a threat, and in doing so, they gave you the one thing they never expected: the will to rise, the strength to push back, and the wisdom to know that you are more than they ever thought you could be. Now, as you look to the future, you can see clearly. The fog of doubt, the haze of fear has lifted. You have emerged from the darkness with clarity, with purpose, and with a vision that no one can cloud. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. And you know that no matter what comes your way, you are ready. You have turned the tables, and you have done so with grace, with power, and with a sense of purpose that will carry you forward. The enemies you once feared, they are no longer your concern. They are a distant memory, a footnote in your story. They played their part, and they lost. Now, you are the one who dictates the outcome of your life. You are the one who holds the power, and with that power, you will shape your destiny as you see fit. Let them try again. Let them plot. Let them scheme. Let them whisper their lies. It doesn't matter anymore. They cannot touch you. They cannot break you. They cannot defeat you. For you have already won. They lost when they underestimated you. They lost when they tried to take you down, to break your spirit, to destroy your will. But what they didn't know is that you were never the kind of person who would be defeated. They thought they could destroy you, but they only fueled the fire that burns within you. This is your time. This is your moment. You have risen from the ashes of their betrayal and emerged stronger, more determined, and more powerful than ever before. The tables have turned. And now, the world will see the force of nature that you are. They will see the strength they failed to recognize. They will see you for what you truly are, a warrior who cannot be defeated, a spirit who cannot be broken, and a force who will never stop rising. For you have already won, and the best part? The journey has only just begun. If you pause for just a moment, you will realize that the battles you have fought so far, the ones that tested every ounce of your being, have merely paved the way for what lies ahead. Every obstacle you overcame, every challenge that seemed insurmountable, has not been the final destination. No, it has been a mere prelude, a prologue to the epic that is your life. And now, as you stand tall, victorious, unshaken by all the storms that try to swallow you whole, you understand the truth. Your real journey, your true path, is just starting to unfold. The scars you bear, the pain you've endured, the heartbreak, the betrayal, all of it, though painful in the moment, has shaped you. Those experiences didn't break you as they intended. They forged you. The power you now hold inside is something forged through fire, something that can never be extinguished. But now that you've discovered this strength within yourself, what will you do with it? What will you do with this new version of you? This person who has turned the tables, risen from the depths of despair, and emerged as something unstoppable. The truth is, this is only the beginning. The world that sought to break you will now see you for what you are. You are not just someone who survived, someone who managed to get by. You are a force that will now go on to change the world. You see, victory is not the end. It is the catalyst for the next phase of your journey. It is the signal that the time has come for you to claim what is rightfully yours, to step into your greatness in a way that leaves everyone in awe. Every battle you fought, every dark moment you endured, was preparation for what is to come. There are still mountains to climb, still obstacles to overcome. But now, with the power you've gained, with the lessons you've learned, you are more than prepared. You have already endured the worst the world can throw at you. There is nothing left that can break you. There is nothing left that can defeat you. You are now truly an unstoppable force. As you stand on the precipice of this new chapter, know that you are the creator of your own story. The road ahead may not always be easy. It may not always be clear, but you now know that nothing is impossible. You have seen the darkest side of humanity. You have felt the sting of betrayal, and yet you are still standing. That is the greatest testament to your strength, and that strength will carry you through whatever comes next. There will be people who try to take you down again, try to knock you off your path. You know this. You know that the world is full of those who would rather see you fail than succeed. But let them try. They are nothing compared to the force that you have become. They cannot break you. They cannot stop you. They do not have the power to take away what you've gained. For everything they tried to do to you has only made you stronger. And as you move forward, you will see them for what they are. Insignificant distractions on the path to your greatness. The challenges you face from here on out will be different from the ones you've already conquered. They will not be the same kind of betrayal, the same kind of deceit. No, the world will test you in new ways. The universe will throw new obstacles in your path, new hurdles to clear, new mountains to climb. But now you know. You know you can overcome anything. You have faced the darkest of days, and you have emerged victorious. Everything else will pale in comparison. You see, the secret to your strength lies not in what you've conquered, but in what you've learned. With every betrayal, every scheme against you, you have gained wisdom. You have gained knowledge. And that knowledge is more powerful than any external force. You know now how to navigate the complexities of life, how to trust yourself even when others try to make you doubt. The power you possess is not just physical, it is mental, it is emotional, it is spiritual. You are now a master of yourself, a person who controls their own destiny, who shapes their own future. Nothing can take that away from you. And as you continue down this path, know that the greatest battles will always be the ones within. The external world will throw challenges your way, yes, but it is how you respond that will determine your success. You are now in control of your mind, your emotions, your actions. When doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take root, you will remember who you are. You will remember the strength you have inside. You will remember how you rose from the ashes, how you took back control of your life, how you turned the tables on those who tried to break you. And in that moment, you will choose to rise again, to keep moving forward, to keep pushing toward your goals. Your journey is a testament to the power of resilience, of persistence, of unshakable will. The world will try to break you. Life will throw its worst at you. But the beauty of your journey lies not in avoiding those challenges, but in how you face them. And you've already proven that you can face anything. The world may be dark, but you are a light that will never go out. As you continue forward, remember that there is no finish line, no end to your journey. There are always new heights to reach, new challenges to face, new ways to grow. But with every step you take, you will grow stronger, wiser, more powerful. And one day, when you look back on this moment, you will realize that this was the beginning of your greatest adventure. The battles you've fought, the struggles you've endured, have all been leading you to this point. The point where you take control of your destiny and shape your future as you see fit. It doesn't matter how many people tried to knock you down. It doesn't matter how many people plotted against you. What matters is that you are still standing. You are still here. And now, you will rise higher than anyone ever thought possible. You are not the same person you were when this all started. You are stronger, more confident, more determined. And that strength will carry you forward, into the future, into your greatness. Every step you take from here on out is one of power. Every decision you make is one of strength. The world is yours for the taking, and those who once plotted against you, who once believed you were weak, will soon see what they never expected. You are unstoppable. The journey has only just begun. You've already conquered the darkness. Now it's time to embrace the light. And as you do, remember that nothing, no one, will ever take away the power you hold within. You are the master of your fate. You are the creator of your destiny, and nothing will stop you. The best is yet to come. In the end, everything that tried to break you has only made you stronger. The plots, the betrayals, the challenges, they have all shaped you into an unstoppable force. You have risen from the ashes, transformed into someone far greater than you ever thought possible. The journey that started with darkness has led you to a place of power, resilience, and unwavering strength. And as you move forward, know that the world cannot contain you. You have already won, and now nothing can stand in your way. The best is yet to come.